for these two. We got a real one connection, folks. Clap it up for the could be, because it could be. Clap it up, yes. For these two, we got a real one connection. Hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Pointer here, host of A Real One, host of your favorite show. I'm so excited, elated, and ecstatic because we're doing yet another connection check-in. That's right, we have to check in with the Real One connections that happen. This is going to be one of the most unique connection check-ins, and I'm going to let you figure out why that is, because I have a wonderful gentleman here, a gregarious gentleman that has been on the show multiple times, and it turns out on the show, as some of you know, he might have not got a Real One connection. He was on our plus size edition. He was on Energy Goddesses 20v1. He was on our virtual show, and you're going to love this gentleman. You already love this gentleman. He is a real one. I'm not going to delay anything. I'm going to have him pop right in, and you're going to see who I'm talking about. One of the real ones that you love so much. I'm talking about my brother, Darrel. Darrel, how you doing?
Doing good, sir. Blessed. Highly favored. How about yourself?
Amen to that. Amen to that. And you sang a little something. You take me to the king. So you
Yes,
are
sir.
definitely blessed because you've been to the king's house, to the king's palace. Okay, so how's life been? How's it going?
It's been going good, working hard, staying away from all the protests, just, making that money,
Trying to get to your job without a 45 to 2 hour delay. I feel it. On the 110, 210, all them freeways. Yeah. So in terms of the show, Darrel, we had a little time where we've talked on live, off live, all this great stuff. What do you think has been the primary struggle in getting a real one?
I think we all know from me just being on the show, the biggest thing that they've been saying is just the height thing, not seeing that there's more to it than just how tall a person is, or as you would say, how vertically challenged somebody is. There's more to it. There's more characteristics to it. It's not just about, the outward appearance. It's more so about the inward appearance too as well. So you can't judge a book by its cover before actually reading it. So I think that's really been the big highlight of it, is just, people not seeing the personal traits, otherwise the outward traits. So
even the outward trait of being born in a state like Delaware, and getting heartbroken over that. I mean, it doesn't make the most sense to me, but it's it can be a shock sometimes. Tell us just a little something. You were on the virtual show, right? And you were interacting with some lovely ladies, and then height or distance or whatever the case might have caused some heartbreak. But it turns out something special happened to you, perhaps. Mind sharing what that is?
So yeah, I was on live, and I know, there's a couple ladies on live, and you told me to give them my Instagram. There was one particular lovely lady on the live. She ended up, asking for my IG. Ended up giving it to her. At first, I was kind of like, the picture profiles, everything, like, there's no way this girl is like real. There's no way. Like, you've heard of AI, you've heard of catfishing, whatever the case may be. And, I took that leap of faith, I ended up messaging her. We had a great conversation. We got to FaceTime for a little bit. And she's a beautiful young lady, number one. I'm going to give her that. It's not no riz. It's no trying to gas anybody up. She's a tremendous, lovely young lady. So, we talked it out. We talked for, a couple days. Conversations turned out to be an hour long, maybe 2 hour long. So we just came to the conclusion, like, hey, let's plan a trip. And we'll go out. I was a little bit on the nervous side at first. I kind of hesitated on messaging for a couple of days. I was just, but ended up going out there to Oakland and meeting her. Had a fantastic time. Went out, did some mini golf, went to a movie, had something good to drink, had something good to eat. She was a fantastic tourist at that. But everything was good.
Wow. So wait, she was your tour guide. You were the tourist. I think your connection. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Did you hear what I asked? You were the tourist. She was the tour guide.
Yes.
Yes, that's beautiful. She was handling business. Wait, okay, your internet, you're a little choppy. Am I choppy?
No, let me go outside.
Okay, maybe the connection, yeah, or at least in a better spot. Sometimes when people are holding their phone, the connection is not as perfect as it could be.
It's a sunny day outside. So why not?
Sunny day, yeah. As long as you ain't going, melt. We don't like melt. Well, melting context.
Yeah.
Right. That's a little better. It's
But
a
yeah.
little choppy, but maybe if you sit, if you find a place to stand, maybe it'll get better. Because the fans need to hear this. The fans need to check this thing out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably better. Okay, very beautiful. So you confirm what city you're in. What city are you in?
So right now I'm in South Central LA right now. But
Yeah.
yeah,
So you're in South Central. So you traveled to your queen. You were like, I'm putting in the effort, and I want to see this baddie.
they were 10 perfect hours, so I'm okay. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Wow. You drove 10 hours?
I took the Amtrak. It took me 10 hours to get there, so I took a train.
Wow.
So
Wow. And how long did you stay in the O?
it was just for the day. I ended up leaving the following day. Had other things I had to do. I would have stayed longer. I told her I would have stayed longer. But things happen.
Yeah.
We've already. I don't know if she minds me saying, but we've already confirmed that there will possibly be a date too. So
Oh
yeah.
my goodness. Well, I'm not going to delay it. The fans may be happy to know that the lovely lady is here and she wants to speak on this connection check-in. So I'm going to have her pop in if she's ready to go. Let's have her pop in. Oh my goodness. Caramel 7, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Doing wonderful. Thank you for tapping in today. So Darrel's already shared some, but I want your framework of, there's a little sound thing. Is it your mic?
Me?
Might be a little unique sounding. It's like there's a little static. Now it stopped. Oh, it stopped. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, that might be a little better. You're amazing.
It's better?
It is better.
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. So you were watching on live. Walk us through what happened with you when you saw this king on live. Tell us what went through your mind.
Okay, so I saw Darrel before on here, and he was always getting popped. Like people always pop their balloon on him. And, I was just like, why are they doing him like that? Like he seems like a genuine person. He seems kind, and fun to, hang around with. So let me just shoot my shot. Let me just see what type of time he on.
Yeah.
And then, but we just talked for a minute and then we video chatted and then he made plans to come and see me and I was just like, oh, so soon, but okay.
It was rather soon. How soon was it, Caramel? How soon was it?
It was like 2 weeks. 2 weeks after we talked.
So you had been talking and then you talked for 2 weeks. Then he made the plan to come to you, or
he made the plan like either that same day or the next day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So within the first conversation, he knew that he had a potential boo.
We're slowing things down. He felt like that, but I kept having to tell him, like, let's slow down. Let's become friends first. Just see what we on, like, because yeah.
Yeah, it's so important to not rush into a real one connection, because even on the show, we ask, could it be? Could it be? We don't say, oh, you're getting married today. Are you going? I ain't sponsoring a wedding. The budget just ain't allowing for that, but we will sponsor first date and things like that. So you saw him getting popped and you pursued. And once he came up, what was going through your mind, Caramel?
When
he came up to Oakland.
Oh, I was like, oh, we're gonna have so much fun. Like in my head, I'm like, we're gonna have so much fun. I'm gonna show him where not to go. I'm gonna tell him where not to go. I'm gonna tell him like where it's cool to go to, and yeah, we're gonna eat good. I was just talking about the food all day. I was just like, we're gonna eat, like, so.
Yeah. And there are some pictures. The fans, I'm going to flash them up on the screen. There were some pictures from these dates or the date that was really exciting. I'll put them up later. But I don't want to hold y'all up. But that was magical. It looks like the mini golf and the eating. And did y'all go to the movies too?
Yes, we did. We saw How to Train Your Dragon. It was really nice.
So that's romantic. Yeah, you better train that dragon. Yeah, better train that dragon. That's good. Wow. Okay, so how are y'all feeling now? I'll start with Darrel. Darrel, you kind of spoke to, maybe there's a second name, but how are you feeling about your connection with Caramel?
I honestly, like I said, we still talk time to time. We're very busy people, but we do find time to, sit down, conversate, connect again. I think it's fine. I don't know where she thinks it is, but I think it's going great. I'm looking forward to second date. We were already talking about the other restaurant we went to before I left. Like this would be a great second date spot. So I think there is a 97% chance of a second date. So
Beautiful. I lean on 97. That's an A plus in many contexts. Some say 98, but I say 97. Caramel, what are you thinking? Where are you in terms of connection?
Um, I'm thinking that, yeah, we can go on a second date, but like, yeah, we can go on a second date. That's yes, we can
Sounds
do
like
it, but I don't
yeah.
want to rush into anything,
Right. So
that's
at what?
understandable.
Yeah. And what time frame works for you, Caramel? Of course, maybe even in previous relationships or whatever. At what stages do you like to go in terms of building a relationship?
Can you kind of reword that
You
for
want to
me?
elaborate? Okay, well,
Yeah,
how about this?
elaborate.
Certain people like time frames and like certain markers
Mm.
for when they establish different aspects of a relationship. So it's like, oh, the talking stage, some women don't want to be talked to for a year. It's like some
Mm.
dudes are, it's a fear of commitment. And it's like, oh, okay, yeah, we just going to talk for a year while I'm still playboy or still great, decent guy like Darrel. So
Yeah, so yeah, I'm feeling like a talking stage, like
absolutely. How long
yeah.
would you want to talk though? Are you waiting for some spark to ignite in your heart? Are you waiting for like, okay, I want to talk for 3 months, then
Well, no, I'm gonna be honest. Like, no, I'm not ready for that yet. Cause like the type of job I have, I'll be so busy. I'll be so busy. I have time to talk certain times, but I don't know. Like for him to come all the way out here, for me to go all the way out there, like I don't have that time.
yeah. Well,
I'm
Darrell
I
has
cool with
would
just
even make you
making. I'm
come. I
making
would
new
even make you
friends.
come out here. I would still come out there. So that's not even an
Okay.
issue.
he's made that clear. Even in other episodes, he's willing to go across country, for his queen. So you're just across state for you. He's just going from the bottom to the top, top to the bottom. Okay. I think that's beautiful. And I think that there could be a real one connection brewing. I would hope so. I might even help sponsor that second date if it happens. It would be a beautiful thing. It would be a beautiful thing. So as
Yeah.
we progress, though, do you think both of you, in terms of distance, how do you feel about the distance? Darrell, you're willing to travel. Caramel, if he was closer, would you be a little more comfortable? What do you think if he was closer in the O?
Um, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind it.
I can arrange that. That's not an issue. That's not an issue.
Oh no, it's cool.
I
It's
can
cool.
arrange that.
Do you think you would go out with him more, Caramel, if he was closer?
Um, I mean, yeah, whenever you want to, like, chill, kick it, whatever, we can go and do that. Just gotta find a good time. Go do it.
Closer. Okay. And Darrell, obviously, if you were closer to her, you would try to,
Oh, come on. That's. I'm gonna make sure she has a little Starbucks before she go to work. She good. I got her. I already know what type of drinks she likes already. She didn't have to tell me what kind of drink she liked. I already knew off the handle what she liked.
Wow. You could just tell from the Black Queen nature that.
I already knew it.
Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, well, if y'all are planning a second date, then I'm just happy for y'all, and I'm hoping that the real one connection keeps getting closer and stays intact. But y'all are awesome. Darrell, share your IG, just so the fans can have it.
So it's at the_real_ Darrell. So if you guys want to
Beautiful.
follow me, definitely check it out. But make sure you follow the queen over here though
I was
too.
about to say, I was saving the best for last. Caramel, what is your IG, Jessica? I don't want any other brothers to slide in the DMs. Only Darrell should be in the DMs, but maybe some lovely ladies
We're
will want
just
to.
friends. We're just friends for now. Just saying. But that's my dog. But okay,
That's
so
my dog.
my IG is caramel.creole.crunch.
Beautiful. Caramel. Well, okay. You just, I'm glad you said what you said, just friends. So let's just keep it real. Both of you, if we're just being friends, could there be opportunities for others, Darrell, women for you, Caramel, men for you, to talk to potentially?
For me, honestly, when I am in the stage of talking to somebody, I try to give them my undivided attention. I don't try to jump here to there or from there to here. I try to give that person that I am trying to have that connection with the time. You know, like she said again, she's a very busy woman. I understand we both get busy at times. I know we may not be able to talk always, but I'm not one of those ones that say, okay, well, I'm talking to this person, but let me talk to this other woman on the side. That's just not how I was raised. So
Yeah.
I try to keep it, I try to keep it respectful.
Yeah.
If I'm talking to somebody, I'm going to keep that interest in that person that I'm talking to.
Fantastic. Caramel, what about you? You can keep it real.
Yeah, keep it real.
Okay, so
Unless you don't
I'm
want
sorry,
to
I'm nervous.
Don't be nervous.
I'm nervous.
It's just the and the world.
Can you ask me the question again? I'm sorry.
Yeah, so you made it clear, of course, and as it should be. There is no pressure at all for you, Queen. But you're just friends, right? And getting to know each other. So does that mean when I got my homies with me, it's like, oh, I might talk to another young lady. You're just a friend. But if you and Darrel are talking in your mind, if it's like, hey, he's just a friend, I'll get to know him. But if another gentleman slides in my DMs, that's Michael B. Jordan Jr., then I might entertain it.
I mean, if someone just slides in my DMs and talk to me, I'm not just gonna brush them off. I'm gonna talk to them too. I like to make friends.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. So in theory, your DMs are still open.
Yes.
Okay. And Darrel, your DMs are open for maybe like singing "Take Me to the King" opportunities, but not for like.
I would say my notification is on busy.
Okay. Okay. Busy for Caramel. Yeah. All right. Okay. Last thing, y'all shared your IGs. Wait, Darrel, it looks like, did you get tatted on your face?
I've been had that.
You had that?
Ben had it.
What does it say?
I'd rather not say.
You don't say Caramel is my future wife, does it?
No.
She knows the story. She knows the story, but I'd rather not say.
That's a little too soon, but okay. All right, we're gonna leave it. I didn't notice. I thought that was part of your beard. Sometimes did you grow in a little something? I don't know. Anyway,
maybe I ain't gonna lie to you. Sometimes I go to Sephora and get that $60 makeup cover up. So it covers
okay.
too, so
that for certain roles, because that make you look kind of thuggy now. Look like you've been in the pen.
I mean, she knows I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle of a little acting stage, getting back into acting. She knows already, so I gotta get it covered up. So.
I see. Okay. Well, y'all are awesome. I don't want Caramel to melt up. She's in the sun, and caramel and heat kind of gets to melting. So you are amazing. Both of you. Thank you for tapping in. I hope y'all real one connection. Hey, if a second date comes around, you might want to let Pointer know, so I can maybe throw a little money towards the appetizer or the calamari or something like that. Okay.
We were eyeing some what was it? The pumpkin fries that we saw.
Oh yeah.
We were eyeing some pumpkin fries.
Pumpkin fries with papaya salad.
There you go. That's what it was.
Sound pricey, so I'm gonna just sponsor half of it or a fourth of it or whatever. But it sounds like it's delicious.
My pockets are heavy too. I ain't worried about that. You know what I'm saying?
We ready to spend on you. We ready to drop a bag.
She had some good spots though. Where we ate at. We ate at one good spot. It was really, really good. And I'm very picky with food, but what she picked was excellent. So
that's beautiful.
It was really good.
That's beautiful. All right. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate y'all so much for coming on. And we might do another connection check-in, maybe after day 2 or whatever, because we want Darrel to get his real one and secure the real one.
And I want a rematch in mini golf too. So
I won.
I let her win. I let you win.
No, you didn't. No.
So cute.
Oh man. Well, maybe we'll do bowling next time, and I'll whip her in bowling. So we'll do that.
Maybe practice your mini golf skills. Yeah. Y'all are awesome. Thank y'all both so much, and we'll catch y'all maybe in a few weeks, months on another connection check-in. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Awesome. All righty. Y'all have a good one. Stay out of trouble now. Y'all don't get too crazy. Well, we did it, folks. We had a splendiferous time talking to 2 wonderful real ones. Once again, some people say if you stay at the barbershop or stay around the barbershop long enough, you're prone to get a cut. If you stay around a real one long enough, you're prone to get a real one. So Darrel has held tight, and that lovely lady slid into his DMs, You never know who will slide into whose DMs these days. Okay, so we appreciate you for watching. Continue to subscribe, like, comment, share. If you want another connection check-in with somebody you know or somebody that you loved, why don't you comment and say, Pointer, I need to see the connection check-in between XYZ. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next connection check-in on a real one. Thank you. I know what you're thinking, friends. I want to watch more of his videos. Well, that's a beautiful thing. We've got this video here, which is one of my favorites. I promise you, you won't regret watching it. We also have this playlist if you just want to dive deep into what we do, or this video here, which is groundbreaking, or you can click this if you plan to subscribe, which I hope you do. So thank you for watching, folks. We've got a lot of content just for you. Hope you enjoy.